Yes, we are online, we're virtual, you can tell by the difference. And we're here to share with you a message. And today I'm going to be talking about you are the light. So before we do, I know you're out there and you're on many different platforms. Hey, check in. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what you want to hear about. And during the course of this conversation, write your comments down because I'm interested in knowing who you are and what are your needs. What can we do to support you to create a spiritual awakening within you so that you become the light? So it's real important. Remember, we are a worldwide community. And what we do is we teach how to live consciously to experience a life filled with love and fulfillment. Over the last couple days, or it was Friday night, Gene and I got to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra live, yes, on podcast. And because we've gone 6 years in a row to the live show at the American Airlines Center, it was absolutely incredible. And they did the show and the production was magnificent. We were out there downstairs with the big screen, the music blaring and that. And the one Christmas song that they do that lifts me more than any other song is the one, Old City Bar. And there's a line in that song that really touches me every time I hear it. And that line is, if you want to arrange it, this world, you can change it. If we could sometimes make this Christmas thing last. So think about that. What is this Christmas thing? What is this energy of Christmas? Christmas is the light. And what is the light? The light is a frequency that you give without expecting anything in return. You connect without expecting anything in return. Think about if we did that every day of the year. How fantastic that would be. So we can arrange it. We can change this world if we can remember to love. That's all we have to do. So I invite you now to get comfortable in a nice seated position. Put your hands on your lap. Your back is straight. And close your eyes for just a moment. And I want you to become the observer, to step outside of your body and look at yourself. And as you look at yourself, smile. Smile and accept yourself just as you are. You are a perfect expression of infinite love. You are unique, you are whole, and you are perfect. And as you step into this observer role, notice that you're not judging yourself. If you're judging yourself, you're not in the observer role. That's the ego. The ego wants to compare you to something else. But that's not how you are meant to be. You are meant to be unique. You are not meant to be compared to anything. You are meant to live perfectly holy as only you can. So see yourself now as free from all of these expectations that others have put on you, that you've created for the purpose of pleasing others. And in one moment, just say to yourself, I let you go. You are no longer valid to me. I will be myself from this moment forward. And as you say that to yourself, feel how good it is, how free you are to no longer have to live by the burden of living to someone else's or unrealistic expectations. And go back inside and feel a sense of gratitude that you've uncovered the truth, that you are whole, that you are perfect, that you are unique, and you're complete just the way you are. And in that consciousness, come back to this time, to this place, into your body, into your body. Let your mind come back and gently and easily open your eyes and welcome the new you. So because of the holiday, I'm taking a different approach. And what I want to do today is I want to talk about the idea that you are the light. And here's what I've come to understand, that each of us, all we are is energy vibrating at our own unique frequency. Do you really understand that? That the sum total of who you are is you are energy. You think it's form, but it's really energy. And that energy has a frequency because that's what energy has. And that frequency is a vibration. And that vibration, because energy is light and frequency is relational to light, then your uniqueness is going to generate a frequency that makes you a unique, whole, and perfect light. So when I'm talking about you are the light, that's what you are. Scientifically, you are a light. And so our frequency, the frequency at which that light operates, that's what makes us unique. That's the thing that gives us the joy. And you can tell about that unique frequency. Walk into a room with a group of people and you will see certain frequencies that you just are attracted to that are just lighting you up. There are bright lights in the room. There'll be other frequencies that we'll call darker lights or dim lights. And if you're attracted to the dim light, it's probably because your light is dim. If you're attracted to the medium light, your light is medium. If you're attracted to the bright light, there's something in you that wants that or is that, and you're attracted to that. A lot of times we're attracted to the bright light because we understand that's really the basis of who we are, and we want to be around it. We may not be at that frequency, but we know that that frequency is part of us. And so the greatest discovery ever made was that we have the power to change our frequency. We have the power to change our frequency. Yes, we do. And when we change that frequency, as light beings, our light shifts. It was real interesting. Last night, I was watching a video with a spiritual teacher who I've watched many, many videos on, and I always saw this beautiful light, kind and loving, and all of this. It was really magnificent. But in this video I was watching, there was the pre-startup. They were talking about the sound ready, is this ready, is that ready, before they actually got into the video. So they didn't start the video when it should. They started prior to and actually had pre-stuff that should have not been in the video. But watching that, I saw this individual with a completely different energy. And it was a darker energy. It was a much darker energy. It was a lower frequency. I'll use that word. But then when it came time to start the discussion with the other two people that were in this, it was like a switch and boom, the energy changed. And that's what I want to share, is that we all move from one frequency to another. But most of the time, we're not aware that we're moving. And here's the other point I want to make is, no matter who you are looking at, no matter who and how you're observing them, whether it's the Dalai Lama or it's a homeless person, they have frequencies that go the gamut. No one has a high frequency and maintains that frequency all the time, not in human form. In human form, we live in the contrast. It's part of the nature of being human. Contrast is it. See, the key to changing our frequency is to become more aware and focus on our power to become our greater self. What does that mean? It means to adjust your beliefs. And your beliefs are your thoughts, words, actions, and feelings aligned toward a specific result, held persistently and consistently, either consciously or unconsciously. And see, here's the thing. To maintain that high frequency, you have to persistently and consistently hold it. But what happens is we forget. We come back into the habit of not. And here's the other thing. We are influenced by the frequency of others around us. We're influenced by the news media. We're influenced by the television, by the YouTube videos, by the Facebook, by the other social media things. Those things have an influence, and they will affect our frequency if we're not aware of it. And when we're aware of it, we can spark out of it and shift and tune that frequency in to that which is what we desire to do. You see, our gift now and forever is our uniqueness. And to continually unfold, to be our greater self, to be our greater yet to be. That's it. Our gift is now and forever our uniqueness and the unfoldment of that into a greater level of awareness, which in turn means a greater experience of life. I don't know about you, but at this time we call Christmas, for whatever reason, this season opens our mind up to experiencing a higher or a greater connection with that which we are a part of, the allness that sometimes we call God, sometimes we call infinite mind, sometimes we call spirit, universal intelligence, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. But I want you to reflect on a time, this time of year, when you felt a connection and you felt an emotion of love beyond anything that you've ever felt before. And as you recall that, who were you with? What was the situation? What were you doing? I recall a time, God, this is going back a lot of years ago, probably 25 years ago, or 30 years ago. And I remember taking a minivan with the seats down and taken out, and the minivan was filled with gifts. And we took this minivan to Buckner's Children's Home here in Dallas for all of these children that were in foster care. And we never saw the kids, but the people came out, the adult workers came out, and they unloaded the van. And I remember this woman with tears in her eyes saying, "You don't know what this will mean to the children." And I just filled with emotion, and tears started coming down my eyes because we were giving. We would never see these children, but we knew we were touching their hearts. That feeling is alive with me right now, just as deeply as it was then. So I ask you, can you tap into that same feeling in your life? Can you feel that sense of unconditional love where you gave without expecting anything in return? That's what this Christmas time is all about. But in fact, folks, that's what every day should be about. You see, it's when we accept our uniqueness that we discover what it means to self-love. Do you see, self-love is our ability to accept ourselves just as we are. Right now, perfect. That's what self-love is. So you can take self-love and you can transpose and make self-accept. So if you can self-accept, that means you agree. You've embodied the idea that you're enough, that you're unique, and there is nothing missing. And you're not judging yourself against anyone else. But here's the key. When you can self-love, this means that you can accept the uniqueness of others. And then you can discover what it means to love them, to love your partner, to love your children, to love your parents, to love your friends, to love everyone that comes into your life. Because all it means is that you can look at them and you can accept them as they are, as unique and perfect expressions of light. You see, love is the highest frequency. It is the highest frequency because in love, there is no judgment. You see, judgment is the lowest frequency. Judgment is the darkness. Love is the light. And who you are is a light. How bright you are depends on how much you love yourself. The more we love, the brighter our light becomes. You, my friends, are the light of the world. The question I ask you today is, how are you going to light it up? How bright are you willing to be? How much of your light are you willing to share just by being you? Let's pray. So what I know is there is one. It is infinite. It is all-knowing. It is everywhere present. It has always been. It always will be. It is all wisdom. It is all power. It is that which created everything out of itself, and everything is a creation of it. Everything is a part of it. There is nothing separate from it because it is all there is. So knowing this, I know that I and you are one with it. That the infinite intelligence that is the infinite mind that we call God is our intelligence. And as such, the wisdom that we are seeking to let go of those things that are no longer serving us, that are holding us back for the greater expression, now come into our life and let us know in a way that we cannot mistake, in a way that we definitely understand, that I can let go of this event. I can let go of this judgment. And in that moment, there is perfect freedom. And in that moment of perfect freedom, love lights us up. And then as I love, as you love, as we love, the light gets brighter and brighter and brighter. And we become the star in the heavens. And that attracts the wise men and the wise women, because they understand that it's good to be with others who are the light. So I take a moment and give thanks for the ability to speak with you, to pray with you, to love you. And I go into gratitude because together I understand that we have a power that is beyond reproach, and that we can change the world and make it a place that works for everyone. So in gratitude, I place this prayer into the power that is God, into the law that creates, and know, because my belief is so deep and profound on this issue, that the law says yes, it makes it so. And so I release it, I call it good, and so it is. Amen. So as we continue to unfold this thing we call Agape, this worldwide community, I want you to know that we're expanding and we're making many new things. And all of the information about Agape is on our website, agapecsl.com, AGAPECSL.com. And if you go to the calendar, you're going to see things. Number one, we offer daily meditation at 7 a.m. Central Time every day for 20 minutes. Anyone is welcome to join. At 8 o'clock Central Time, I do a video on Facebook and YouTube, and it's on thoughts that can change your life. We're also going to start offering classes, 2 classes in January, about the 18th and 19th of January. They're on the calendar. I want you to know that we're starting community gatherings on Wednesdays beginning January 6th. So we're going to have a gathering for Europe, a gathering for the East and Central time zones, a gathering for Texas, and a gathering for the Mountain and Pacific time zones. So those are all there for you to plug into. And we're looking at all these other ways that we can get you to plug in. And what I want you to do right now is to ask you, is if this message resonates with you, I would ask that you support us. Your contribution allows us to put all this together and to create and get this message out to the millions upon millions of people that are seeking this. If you're on Facebook or on YouTube right now, just scroll down in the description and you'll see that there's a link on PayPal that you can give. If not, go to agapecsl.com and click the Give Now. But I want you to know that we have an opportunity. If you become a gold or a silver giver, a gold giver is someone who's giving $50 a week, automated. You get 9 classes a year for free. You get a personal one-on-one value session with me free. And you also get a call with me once a month free, and I will be your spiritual coach. So if you commit to that, I commit to you. In the silver level, that's half. Give $25 a week, automated, and you'll get classes for half off. You'll get half off the price of a value session, and you'll get a call every month from one of our practitioners. So what we're building at Agape is something that is reciprocal, giving, receiving, giving in, because that's the circle of life. So for this holiday, if you are in the giving mood, I ask that you give a little to Agape so that we can give a little back to you. And right now, I invite you to put your hand over your heart. And with your hand over your heart, repeat after me. I now claim that my true authentic self shines so bright, so full, that my life is now forever changed. I claim my wholeness. I claim my connection. I claim my power. I claim my wisdom, and I live it with every breath I breathe. Knowing this, I live in gratitude. And in gratitude, I allow it to be. And so it is. Amen. Everyone, have a great week and have the best and merriest Christmas ever. Until next time, aloha.